Philadelphia Eagles go out there and get Parris Campbell, 26 years old, ran a 4.3. I like everything about this move. Who's going to be the wide receiver 3 for the Philadelphia Eagles? Let's talk about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. So, Parris Campbell, I really like this move for a multitude of reasons. 6 feet, 208 pounds, I believe, something like that. Ran a 4.3, you know what I mean, in the combine around the time when he was coming into the NFL. I really like this move. I like this move because he is what I expected Quez Watkins to be. You know what I mean? He's a bit more consistent. The speed, I think he might be actually faster than Quez Watkins. His thing, though, the thing with Parris Campbell is just health, man. Just health, man. I think Parris Campbell could really honestly be a strong wide receiver, too, if he was put in the right situation. Very timely. A guy that could take a slant to the house. Good hands, you know what I mean? Not too shabby in a route running department. Over there in Indianapolis, man, he caught touchdowns from Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Gardner Minshew. You know what I mean? Whoever they had throwing the ball, man, he was out there making himself available for a multitude of different, wide receivers, multitude of different playbooks and things of that nature. So there's some real good value there. And I can see, a little connection being made. He's over there with Shane Steichen and those guys. Shane Steichen knows our guys over here in Philly. And, it kind of makes sense for real, man. I like this move, man. I like it. This guy could absolutely beat, Devontae Parker out for this wide receiver 3 position. You know what I mean? I almost actually prefer to have Parris Campbell just because he gives a dimension that the other two don't really have. Devontae Parker is more of a possession kind of big bodier guy. Not as fast as Smitty, not as fast as AJ anymore. Real crisp route runner. You know what I mean? But, we don't have that home run hitter in the wide receiver 3 department. And I think Parris Campbell absolutely gives us that dimension. So it's going to be an interesting battle at wide receiver 3 for sure. You got the experienced vet who is supposed to come into the league and do big things at his position. And you got the young guy who's looking to redeem himself. Man, I cannot wait to see who emerges as the wide receiver 3 guy. But if it was me, I had to put my money on it, I would definitely go with Parris Campbell. So, with all the moves the Philadelphia Eagles have made, I decided to go out there and, do another mock draft. I did a few mocks before we got Saquon, things of that nature. But with the offseason the Philadelphia Eagles just had, the needs have obviously changed. In a big way for me, man. And I'll be explaining, the multitude of these moves. Well, I'll be explaining all of these moves because, this is my mock draft. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into the mock draft, I want to let y'all know to get over the Big Print Champs, the Ski Mask Howie shirts. They are available. The Saquon Barkley shirts are available. The I Love Jason Kelsey shirts are available. They're in very short supply. But if you go to the website now, you know what I'm saying? Especially now. And if you use code BULLY10, I will make sure you get it. The code BULLY10 is for, the guys that are a part of the channel. So if you use code BULLY10, that's how I can track out. You also get savings, but that's how I can track that you are a part of the community. And you know what I mean? Even if I don't got the shelves, if I don't got the shirts in the warehouse, I'll make sure that they make you a shirt because you use code BULLY10, man. So shout out to y'all for that one. So this is my mock draft, man. So I decided to trade down from the number 22 pick because there was just so much talent left on the draft. I went from the 22 pick. I traded it to Green Bay. In return, I get the 3rd pick. I went back just 3 spots, and I got that 88th pick. You know what I mean? I'm so hell-bent on getting another pick in the top 100, being as though we spent one on Kenny Pickett, but that's another video for another time. And, at 25, Jackson Powers-Johnson, center from Oregon, was still there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are confused by this pick. They're like, why are you going out there and getting another center? This is why, man. I like Cam Jurgens at guard. Uneducated people will say he's too small, this, that, or the third. But, in the over 600 snaps in the National Football League, he didn't give up a sack. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he gave up a pressure. And he mainly been playing from the guard position. They're saying we already got somebody that can play center. They're talking about Landon Dickerson. Landon Dickerson just got paid the bag to be a guard. You know what I mean? So I like Landon Dickerson as a guard. I also kind of like Cam Jurgens as a guard now. You know what I mean? So, you know, Jackson Powers Johnson is a guy that can get to the next level, physical specimen. I think he's the best center in this draft, hands down. And if he's there, there's no telling what we could get out of him, you know, in Stoutland University, especially since now I think the Philadelphia Eagles will have a strong emphasis on running the ball in the first half of games and salting away games because you got Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley behind these type of, you know, gargantuan beasts in the trenches, man, it just bodes well. So I pick him up. Then my next pick ends up being at 50. And man, Braden Fisk is still there out of Florida State. I think about this. I'm like, you know, you just lost Fletcher Cox. You know what I mean? We emphasize the trenches so much in Philadelphia. I did this trade back and I got an 88th pick. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to go Braden Fisk. I'm going to go Braden Fisk because I love the idea of a rotation of a Jordan Davis, Braden Fisk, Milton Williams, and Jalen Carter. I love the idea of that type of rotation for sure. You know what I mean? And it puts my ease at mind knowing that, you know, we have a wave of big guys in the middle that's going to be able to stop the run and get to the passer and just be disruptive. So I go there immediately. Now, you know, we only 3 picks out of this. So I'm like, listen, I got to grab a running back. I got to grab a linebacker. So Junior Collison, I feel like was one of my favorite linebackers out of this year's draft class from Michigan. I really like the size. I really like the athleticism, the ability to rally to the ball. Very underrated in coverage. So I went and got him. Top 3 guy at the position for sure. Renardo Green from that superior defense out there in Florida State. I went and grabbed the cornerback at 88. So I feel like when you look at my picks in the top 100 alone, these are guys that can come in and contribute right away. Jackson Powers Johnson, Braden Fisk, Junior Colson, Renardo Green. I really like those guys to come in and you know, get some playing time immediately. So those are my guys. Then I just hit them with safety because I feel like it's good to have depth there. Dallin Holker, man, dude, Colorado State. One of the best tight end prospects in his draft. I was surprised to still see him down there. But, you know, if you're not like a generational talent at tight end, this is like fourth roundish. This is like when guys will start looking at you. And, you know, I went out there and grabbed him. You know, you need a tight end too. Then I went out there and got Isaiah Williams, wide receiver from Illinois, just to keep some, you know, healthy competition brewing for that wide receiver 3 spot, punt return, wide receiver 4, whatever the case may be for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I think this is a really, really solid draft based off what we did in free agency and, you know, some moves we could make to get even better. You know, I really like my first 4 picks on this one, man, and those are my reasonings why. You know, let me know what y'all think in the comments for sure. I'm interested to see some of y'all mock drafts. Tag me in it on all streaming platforms. You know the vibes with that for sure. So I might be dropping some new music tomorrow. I might be thinking about throwing a single out there. Me and D-Lo got our project bubbling. We ain't throw the single out there for that yet. There's so many possibilities, man. But yeah, man, make sure y'all stay tuned in. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. Y'all know the vibes, man.